Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series, we are doing our unit on. So, this unit is all about talking about your working life, in particular, how you introduce yourself and talk about what you do. I've made these classes a little bit easier because we were getting so advanced that we started to get into difficult areas. So this one is a level B1 class, which means it's a little bit easier, and therefore you're going to have a lot more speaking time with the material. Okay, so let's get started. First, don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. When you're not speaking, turn off your microphone so we can keep the classroom quiet. When you are speaking, tune in to the new words. That means use everything as actively as you can so that I can correct you and give you feedback. And finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is the safe and respectful place to practice your English. What I'm going to do is open our presentations and give you links to them. In the class material, of course, you have, let me see if I can do this. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just first open the screen sharing. In the class material, you have a link to our notes, and I try to put a summary of every class. So I don't have the summary from yesterday, do I? No, I didn't. Yesterday we began the business skills section. So we were working on, what I'm going to do here is just open the presentation so you can see that. I'll give you the link in just a second. So in the past, we were working on sets of vocabulary words to describe, so down here in classes 1 and 2, vocabulary to describe your likes and your dislikes about work. Ing and eg adjectives like bored and boring, stressful, all those things you can use to talk about your work. Yesterday, you had to go forward and actually introduce yourself. So we talked about here an NGO. You had to listen to people talk about their childhood dreams and what their actual lives, their working lives, were like. And in some cases, they were similar, but not doing exactly what they had planned to do. And based on that, we had, here are the transcripts on slides 5. And based on that, we started to talk about jobs and responsibilities. So we're going to go over that vocabulary in just a minute. Okay, by the way, if you want a link to the direct link, you've got it on page 4, but I'll put it in the chat window for you directly. So here is the direct link in the chat window, and in the internal chat, the direct link is here, if you want to open that up on your side. Okay? So what we're going to do is, let me just go back here for a second. Yesterday, we basically took some key phrases and put them into categories. And then we, at the very end of class, we filled in some of the missing words that talked about responsibility. Okay? So I think it would be a good idea if we start here, just as a quick reminder. Okay? And then we're going to go forward and you're going to be talking about what you do. So think back to yesterday's class for a minute. It might be a good idea if we reread this very quickly. Hang on a second. So, Conversation 1. As a quick reminder, I'd like to get 2 readers for Conversation 1 because it's so short that we can do this quickly and catch up for those of you who might not have been here. Okay, so we're going to do a quick read of Conversation 1. It's Jojo Hansen and Luke. A quick read of Conversation 2. And then we're going to jump ahead to Exercise 5, which is the the key words they use for responsibility. Okay? So let's start there, and then we're going to move on. So Aika, can I have you be one reader? Can I have you do Joe Johansson?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Right.
Okay. And let's see, Mr. Raphael, can I have you read Luke for the first conversation?
Yep.
Okay. And Rebecca, we have one extra female. Could you be Hannah for the first conversation?
Okay.
Okay. Remember, we're focusing on words that talk about responsibility. So focus on those keywords. In the second conversation, Jose and Roberto are going to be our readers. Okay? So take it away, Rebecca. You're first.
Hi, Luke. I want to meet Joe Johansson.
Joe Johansson.
Joe Johansson, okay. Joe is from the Langley Foundation. Joe, this is Luck Uncle, one of our area managers.
And we're going to call him Achille, I think. I think it's Achille.
Achille, okay.
I think so.
Nice to meet you, Luck.
Yes, you too. So what do you do at the Langley Foundation?
Well, I deal with fund applications.
Fund applications? That sounds challenging.
Yes, well, sometimes we have to make difficult choices. And what do you do, Luck?
Well, I'm in charge of Sub-Saharan Africa operations.
Careful, sub.
Saharan Africa operations.
Sub-Saharan Africa?
Yes, I oversee projects and make sure that the money is well spent. Then I have to report to our main sponsors.
I see. So how much time do you spend in the field?
Well, I usually do 5 or 6 trips a year, sometimes more.
That's a lot of time away from home.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Keep in mind the words that express the responsibilities that both of you have. Keep those in mind for a second. Let's go here. Jose and Mr. Roberto. Jose, you're going to be Hitachi. Roberto, you're going to be Dr. Maya. Okay? Are you ready, Roberto?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Jose, you ready?
Yes.
Go for it.
Good evening. I don't think we've met. I'm Hitoshi Watanabe from head office.
I'm delighted to meet you.
Delighted.
Delighted to meet
Good.
you, Mr. Watanabe. My name, Mrs. No? Mrs.
It's actually Ms.
Miss.
MS is Ms. with a Z sound. Ms. Watanabe.
Miss Watanabe. My name's Dr. Walter Mayer.
I'm very pleased to meet you too, Dr. Mayer. I see from your budget that you are with FPR Pharmaceuticals.
Yes, that's right. I'm responsible for their medical donation program. I handled all the intergovernmental work.
That sounds very rewarding, knowing that you are helping so many people.
Yes, it is. Although it involves a lot of negotiation.
Negotiation. One more time. Negotiation.
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 Good, good.
Which can be quite slow.
Yes, can imagine that.
So, which part of Japan are you from, Miss Watanabe? Watanabe?
Watanabe.
Watanabe.
Uh, Actually, I'm from Brazil. I am third generation Brazilian.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought,
Please don't apologize. I'm proud of my Japanese heritage. Do you have a minute? I would like to introduce you to someone.
Okay, very good, everyone. I've put 4 words in the chat window. They're kind of tricky, so let's just say them as a group. So everyone, at the same time, listen and repeat. Pharmaceuticals.
Pharmaceutical.
That's
Pharmaceuticals.
it. Good. Rewarding, because I heard a different word before when you were reading. Rewarding.
Rewarding.
Good. Negotiation.
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 That's it. And also the pronunciation of the word badge. It looks like it's 2 syllables, but it's 1. Badge.
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 That's it. Okay. And what information is on the badge, usually?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
The letters of the pharmaceuticals.
I couldn't hear you. Say again.
The principal letters of the pharmaceuticals company.
The principal letters. I think you got the right idea, but I don't know what you mean by the principal letters. You mean like something to identify the company?
No, those are where you can go and where not your access rights on it.
Okay. Well, let's put it this way. Are these people talking in a cafe? Yes or no?
No.
No. Are they talking at work?
It's a kind of business card.
It's a kind of business?
Card with your identification, your name, and your position on the company, and what is the name of the company too, and the address and the telephone number could be.
Even
Business card.
less information than that.
Yeah.
You got the right idea though. So listen, where are they in this conversation? Where are they? They're not at a cafe. They're not at work. Most likely, where are they?
In a conference,
In
maybe.
a conference, exactly. They're socializing after a conference. So, Raphael, you got the right idea, but there'd be less information on the badge. Maybe just the name, right? The badge is what identifies you. So, take a look at my badge, everyone. Can you see my badge on screen? Down here?
Yeah.
That's my badge. So the name of the company, maybe, the company logo, right? And you're gonna wear it on your clothing because no one knows each other. Just to be clear about what we're talking about. And you're absolutely right. They're at a conference. Okay, everyone, keep in mind those words to express responsibility because I want you to, this is a bit of a review, but I think it's a worthwhile review to do. Fill in the responsibility words that you heard. We did this yesterday, but I want to do it again because we need to use this in the speaking activity we're going to do very soon. Okay, Aika, number 1. Well, I blank on applications. Do you remember what she said? Or what he or she, I can't remember who it was.
Well, I deal with fund applications.
Well, I deal with fund applications is correct. Very good. Okay, let's keep going. Around the room, Mr. Sestra.
Well, I'm in charge of Sub-Saharan Africa operations.
Perfect. Excellent. Raphael, look at 3.
I'm in charge. I'm responsible for different projects and make sure that the money is well spent.
It fits. You could say that. That's true. It's not what they said, but that is a choice. So is it correct? Yes, it's correct. You can absolutely say I'm responsible for projects or different projects. Sure. Does anyone remember exactly what that line was? I'll give you a hint. You're the boss. You're the head person for those projects. So you are looking down on everyone else.
Oversee.
Oversee is correct. I oversee projects. That's it. Oversee. Okay, Rebecca, look at 4.
I am in the medical donation program.
You've got more than one thing you could say here. As long as it fits, that's all that matters.
But where are the words I need to use it?
They're in your memory.
Okay, and in my in my notebooks as well. So
Or that, yeah.
yeah. Okay, I am the medical donation program. I am fund.
I am, say again, fund, F-O-N-D, fund.
I am funding, sorry. Funding?
Funding, you mean that you're paying for them?
Yes, I am giving the money to...
No, you're not giving the money. You're just talking about your responsibility. So you're describing your job.
Ah, okay. The medical notation programs. Okay.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Nothing fancy. This is just
rewarding.
To talk about responsibilities. You're going back to all those descriptive words.
I
Look,
don't have the vocabulary.
But don't worry about the vocabulary. If this was your job, how would you tell that to me? I'd say, hey, what do you do at the company? And you say, I'm blank. Or what do you do at this charity? I'm blank. Their medical donations program. It's your responsibility. So?
I'm in charge?
Of?
I'm in charge of the medical donation program.
Could be. It fits. All I want is something that fits.
It works, but I'm not sure if it is the word you are looking for.
I'm looking for whatever works.
Okay, so in this case, for example, I'm in charge of their medical donations program.
It works, so it sounds good to me. Class,
I am dealing. Could I say dealing?
Yes, you could. I'm dealing. What's the preposition? I'm dealing.
Aha, you catch me. I don't know. I'm dealing with.
I'm dealing with the medical donations program. Could be. Yeah, it works. Did anyone catch the exact phrase, class?
Handle. I handle all the intergovernmental work.
For number 5, you mean?
Yes.
Say again. I
handle.
Handle for number 5. Good. I handle all the governmental work. I handle. Mr. Roberto, what do you think about 6?
I don't remember the word, but
don't worry. Put in a word that fits.
It requires a lot of negotiation.
It requires. Good. Requires works, so you can use it. That's all I care about. If the word works, sounds good, we'll use it. What's another way to say requires, class? What's another way?
Could you write that word, please?
Requires is what he said. Look in the chat window.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, thanks.
What else could we say? What's a synonym of requires?
Requires.
What do you think?
Asking. I don't know.
It's... No? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Take a look.
Involves.
It involves, right. That's it. It involves. It requires. Involves was what was actually said. It demands a lot of negotiation. Could be another one. There's no one right answer, actually. As long as it sounds pretty natural, we'll use it. All right. And then here you can see the actual answers there on the next page. If you want to cheat, you can always go forward. I have a transcript of all the dialogue. So as you can see, everyone, let me just hear you say these keywords. Let's go around the room one more time. Roberto, let me just hear you read one. Then we're going to go Roberto, Rebecca, Rafael, Jose, and then Aika. Roberto, the first one.
Well, I deal with fan application.
Rebecca?
Well, I am in charge of our sub-Saharan Africa operations.
Good. Rafael, third.
I oversee projects and make sure that the money is well spent.
Excellent. Jose, the fourth.
I am responsible for the medical donations program.
Okay. Aika, fifth.
I handle all the intergovernmental work.
And Roberto, the last one.
I involves a lot of negotiation.
I?
Involves.
I?
No, sorry, it involves.
It involves.
A lot of negotiation.
Excellent. That one is different. The only one that's different.
Yes.
I'm going to call on you randomly. You talk about your job, but you must use the same verb in the sentence. Same verb. Here's an example. Number one, I deal with foreign students who do not speak English as a native language. I deal with. So if I call your name and give you a number, talk about your responsibility with the same verb. Okay? Aika, number 5. Talk about you. Aika?
Sorry, mic not on. I handle all validation projects.
I handle all the validation projects. Okay, very good. Jose, number 6. Remember, this is an it. You're talking about your responsibility or your job. Number 6, Jose.
It involves a lot of responsibility.
It involves a lot of responsibility. Okay, sounds good. Rafael, number 2. What do you think, Rafael? Rafael!
Sorry.
Hello. Oh, okay, there you go. Rafael, number 2. Talk about your job.
Well, I'm in charge. My personal opinion?
About your job, yeah, using in charge of.
I'm in charge of different files, and also I'm in charge of different patients. I'm in charge about what happened in at my office.
Okay, good. One quick thing. If you got of, you can't have about. You can't put them together. You can't say I'm in charge of about. Not possible. It's either one or the other. So say that last one again for me.
I'm in charge of different files.
Yeah, you said files, you said patients.
Yeah.
And what was the last thing?
I also in charge of what happened at my office.
Ah, you're in charge of what happens.
What happens?
Good. Okay, very good. By the way, why patients? Are you working in a hospital?
I work in consultant office.
Ah, okay. And do they do consultations for hospitals? It's only because you use the word patients. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, yes, I am in charge of different patients about dealing with them, coaching them, giving advice about different things.
Patients meaning sick people.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. I didn't understand that. So someone is in the hospital. Someone is in the hospital, and we got to go back to this because I don't understand how that works. We've got to come back to this. The consultation is for patients in a hospital, like what choices they have. Is that right?
I am psychologist, and for this reason, I am in charge of different patients. And also, I in charge of how them deal with different issues, and I give
Okay.
choice them.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. Very good. Oh, and one last one, Rebecca. We skipped you. What about number 3 for you, Rebecca?
Oversee projects and make sure that the money is well spent. Well, I wouldn't say an overseeing project, but make sure. No, this doesn't fit in my job.
You don't oversee anything? No?
Well, I oversee budgets,
Right?
you know.
There you go. So it works.
So, well, it could be, yeah, kind of, yeah. So, I oversee projects, and the clients are demands or requiring. Could I say that?
That the demands are?
The clients are demanding or requiring.
Finish the sentence and then I'll tell you.
Well, which product and the price are the clients are demanding.
So you oversee which product the clients are demanding, meaning which ones that they want to purchase from you.
Okay.
Is that it? Just so I understand. You're talking about importing and exporting wine, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
So in
very
this
good.
case, I oversee budgets,
Right?
and
And
I didn't see the sentence. If you wrote the sentence, I didn't see it yet.
no, I didn't write anything. I'm just listening.
Okay, well, I thought you was writing. Okay.
I was thinking. When I
Yeah.
think, I have to talk very slowly when I think.
Well, tell me how the sentence makes sense.
Do me a favor. You write it in the chat window, and then I'll correct it. Because it's easier if I can see what you want to say first. Okay?
I'll do it. Okay.
Okay. In the meantime, while she's doing that, I want you to take a job from, you're going to see 2 parts on the screen, an A and a B. In fact, I'll put it there. You've got A on the left and B on the right. You've got some keywords in each. So before, let me just go back here for a second. You can read this as well. You're going to choose a job from the A column on the left, but you're not going to tell us what the job is. What you're going to do is describe the responsibilities, and to do that, I want you to use the words from the B column. The phrases that you use, some of them are below on the screen. Okay? Sorry, hang on just one second. Hold on one second. I have a message. I have to tell the school to stop bothering me because I'm teaching. 1 second. Let me see. Give me 30 minutes. Okay. So for some reason they're bothering me even though they know that I'm in a class. Okay, I told them to go away. Okay, so you can refer to slide 10 where you'll see some of the key phrases that we've used. I'm going to leave this on screen for you. Okay, and here's a quick example. I could say something like this. You tell me what I'm describing. I could say something like, well, let me see. I have to deal with customers, and I suppose that I'm responsible for responding quickly to their complaints. Okay, so what did I use? I picked a word in column A, and I used two words in column B: customers, and I said complaints. Where is it? And complaints, which is at the bottom. Okay, who am I in this scenario, class? Who was I?
After sales assistant.
I was an after-sales assistant. Could be. Could be. What else could I be? I agree with you, by the way. Could I be something else as well? Any other ideas besides the after-sales assistant? I guess not. More generally, I guess I could be a sales rep as well. But anyway, I agree. After sales assistant is probably the best. Okay, so listen, everyone. Your turn. Okay? So, Mr. Roberto, why don't you start us off? Pick a job in A. Don't tell us what it is. Describe it using B. Are you ready?
Yes, I think.
Give it a try.
My job had to do with projects and product development. It's necessary a lot of money for do that, and it demands a lot of machinery.
A lot of machinery.
Sorry, machine.
Excellent. Class, what is he? Uh-oh, Roberto. No one knows.
Finance controller could be.
One guess is finance controller? Are we close? Are we warm or cold, Roberto?
I didn't think in that, but I'm not sure if I describe correctly the word. I don't know, but no, I didn't think in that.
Okay. Okay. Say your description again, a little faster this time. Just say it again, and I'll see if I can give you a suggestion as well. One more time, Roberto.
Okay. I don't remember the words I use, but I think I use product development.
Good. And machinery. Yeah, use those two.
Projects. A lot of money.
Oh, okay. Those. So product development, money, and machinery. Okay. But actually say the description that you said before, because you gave a little bit more detail. Okay. And then I'll help correct you if you need it. Okay. So one more time, but keep it short. One more time.
Okay. The work I want to describe is necessary a lot of money. It demands a lot of machinery.
It demands a lot of machinery. Okay.
You have to work with many projects, and I don't remember.
And something about product development. All right. So, say again?
Team leader, maybe?
Well, but he said machinery, though. So machinery makes me think it's something...
He said product development, he said projects and machinery. So it can be that they developed some machinery.
Could be.
And this is a big project. If you develop a big machinery, right, then.
But all of our choices are in column A. So
He is an engineer.
he's an engineer. Is he an engineer, Roberta?
I think it fits more than I think. Okay, I think engineering it fits more.
I was going to go with lab technician.
Yes, I'm thinking if lab technician, but I don't know. I think it's not well described. I think.
It's not bad. The only thing I would change about what you said is maybe the word product is a little confusing because it's what do people produce in a lab? You know, it could be a product, but maybe that's a little bit too general. If you said the way you did the product development, it might be more clear. But also, another point about English, you said it is necessary a lot of money. Be careful because that's like Spanish. We don't put it is necessary a lot of money. We say a lot of money is necessary.
Okay.
Okay. So you can't put the it and money in the same sentence. You got to get rid of one. Okay, but it's okay. It's all right. I work a lot with machinery. I deal with product development, and it involves a lot of money. Maybe you could talk about a particular product, like I help out. I'm a lab technician, so I help out our research scientists by actually, doing the work in my area to make the product. I help them out. I'm a technician. They're not the ones developing it. They're the ones who do the experiments. Okay, but it wasn't bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, Aika, give us one. Don't tell us which one. Just describe it. What do you think, Aika?
I deal with customers. My work involves a lot of traveling, and I think that's all. What you can choose from B.
Okay, so you can also add other details if you like. It's perfectly okay to add your own information. So you deal with customers and you do a lot of traveling, right? Okay. Class, what do you think? I mean, web designers deal with customers, and sometimes you have to travel different places to do a website. Are you a web designer, Aika?
No.
Of course.
I have to know a lot about the product.
You have to know a lot about the product. Is that right? Okay. Class, what do you think? She has to be knowledgeable, she does a lot of traveling, and she deals with customers. Aika, you got to give us another hint. Everyone is very quiet. Can you give us one more clue?
Yes. Money are very important for me.
Money are?
Or
money are or money is?
Money is.
Money is very important for you. Okay. So you're a web designer, but you're really greedy. Right? Did I get it?
No.
Okay. Well, what do you think, class? She deals with customers, she travels, and money is really important. I think the traveling is the confusing part. Oh, I think I know who you are. I got it.
Finance controller.
I think it's a sales rep.
Yes.
It's because of the travel. It's because of the travel. The finance controller is going to be in one location, I think. More likely to be in one location. All right. So, let's see. Should we do one more? Jose? Want to give it a try?
Yes, I tried.
Okay, so use column B to describe what you do.
Okay, for example, paperwork.
Okay? It's complete sentences. Use the responsibility words. Are you responsible for paperwork, or do you do a lot of paperwork?
I have to do a lot of paperwork.
Good. What else?
And the product development.
Use the responsibility keyword. Take a look, by the way, just to remind you. Oh, hold on a second. Lost my page. Don't forget about these key phrases.
Okay. I have to do a lot of paperwork, and I'm in charge about product development.
In charge about? Look again.
In charge of product development.
Excellent. Do a lot of paperwork in charge of product development. Did anyone get it yet?
Could be marketing director.
Is he warm?
But
Is he on
No,
the... Give us another hint then. Jose, give us another clue.
I think I choose the most complicated the job. Because, for example, in the part B, I have I do experiments
Ah, okay.
to my product development. Maybe it's easy.
Will you do
Lab
it?
technician.
Yeah, I would say.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Yeah, if you do experiments, you've got to be in the lab, probably. Excellent. All right. Well, I want you to start to talk about your own work as well. Okay. So what I want you to do here is, hang on a second here. I want you to pick a job that you see on the screen. Everyone, pick one of those jobs, preferably a job we haven't talked about yet. And what you're going to be doing is imagining a scenario where you're going to be introducing. So, student A, you are going to be introducing yourself to student B, and then you're going to introduce student C to student B. So we're going to have 3 people at a time, and you need to find out about each other's jobs and responsibilities. All right, so I'm going to get 3 people. Let's do some people who haven't spoken yet. So let's get Rebecca, not Rachel, Raphael. Let's have Rebecca, Raphael, and Roberto, the 3 of you together. Each of you pick a job in column A. Okay, and it's okay. You can say what the job is. Raphael, which job can you talk about?
Yeah, I got one of them.
Yeah, pick one that you feel comfortable talking about.
Yeah.
Which
Right now,
one?
talk.
No, just choose.
Yeah, human
Choose
resources manager.
Human Resources Manager. Excellent. Rebecca, pick one.
Website designer.
Website designer. Good. Roberto?
Team leader.
Team leader. Excellent. Okay. So here's the situation. Keep in mind some of those key expressions that we've worked on. I've put them together in a table for you here. And your goal is to use your job to introduce yourselves at a conference, just like the one that we heard. So it's a social networking event. The main event is over. Everyone's having drinks. And you're there to perhaps make some new business connections. So as I said, student A, Raphael, you're going to introduce yourself to student B, Rebecca. Rebecca, you think you have an opportunity to maybe get Raphael involved, so you want to introduce him to student C, Roberto, the team leader, and maybe something can happen. Who knows? I'm going to leave these key expressions on the screen so you can use them proactively. Okay? So, and then we're going to switch roles and have Aika and Jose and me, or one of you. Okay? So, we're all having drinks, and Raphael, you're the first up.
Hello. I'm Rafael. I'm the human resources manager of the AT company. May I introduce myself to you? Who are you?
You already did.
Yeah. I changed the other words. The words order.
Oh, I see. Okay, Rebecca.
May I introduce myself? Yeah.
Okay, I see. You said may I introduce myself first, and then I'm Rafael. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm delighted to meet you.
Me too.
How? Well, you just said you are the. Say again, please.
Well, ask him. Don't tell him. Ask him.
Yeah.
How would you ask him?
I am in charge of the human resources human resource department in an IT company called Spencer.
That sounds rewarding. So rewarding, doesn't it?
No, not doesn't it. That sounds rewarding. Perfect, Rebecca.
Well, but if you know when you want to say right, it's like at the end. For example.
Oh, okay. So try it like this.
To make it more.
Sure. Try it like this,
Trying
Rebecca.
to learn that things,
It's good. Say it like this.
So
not it sounds, but it is. Oh, that's rewarding, isn't it?
That is rewarding, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, this is a difficult question because sometimes I feel it's true, but other times I think it is not so well regarding. It's interesting, at least it's interesting, and also I'm trying to develop new tools on the internet and try to do more powerful tools to recruit people.
And ask her about what she does.
What do you do, Rebecca?
Well, currently I'm a freelance website designer. I've been working for almost 5 years in a company, but then I decided to leave it, and start a new adventure on my own.
Oh, it sounds very interesting.
Well, and I don't know what the future gets me, but at least I'm on the way to be happier in my personal work personal life. Can I say that?
And yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you're going to introduce him to a third person. Don't forget that, Rebecca.
Because a third person I need to introduce. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I am taking some drinks with who is the person I have to introduce?
Roberto.
Sorry.
And Roberto was our team leader, because maybe Rafael might have it might be useful to work with him someday. So you're going to introduce him to Roberto, okay, Rebecca?
So I need to introduce Roberto.
You need to introduce Roberto to Rafael. That's right.
To Rafael, I know, but what's Roberto doing?
Roberto, what do you do?
I'm team leader.
Team leader, okay. Okay. Well, Rafael, if you don't mind, I'm here with a friend of mine, Roberto, who is the team leader of a huge company in the UK. So, Roberto, this is Rafael.
Nice to meet you, Roberto. Oh, very interesting. Could you tell me anything about what are you right now doing at your job?
Oof, it's not easy to speak about my job. The main problem is people uh, who I want to deal with. It's a work with uh, you have many complaints about that, do that.
But if I got properly, are you talking about the relationship between your team, your leader, your team? There are a lot of difficulties in the relationship between them. Are you talking about this?
Yes, because people have many personalities, I
Yeah,
think,
of course.
and it's and you know for your work you are human. Rebecca said I heard your conversation before, and Rebecca said you work as human resources, and
Mm,
it's similar.
yeah. And could you explain us how, in which consists your work in a daily life? What you do every day with your team? Could you explain, please?
Okay, I know I the boss. I am the boss, but I think people have to think by by yourself, by themselves. I think
Sounds
to
good. What do you mean by that? Sounds good, Roberto, but explain it. It's a good idea, but what do you mean they have to think by themselves?
is to reach the goals of the company.
Hmm?
Mhm.
And how do you make that happen as the boss, as the team leader?
Uh, sorry, can you repeat, please? Can you?
How do you help them to do that?
Okay.
So as a boss, you're not giving them orders, in other words.
Hmm.
You're not giving them orders as a boss, you're doing what?
No, yeah, I only try to give orders if it's necessary. If it's not necessary, I don't give orders. I
Okay,
let
very
people
good.
do things by themselves.
I have another question, if I may.
Well,
What
I
are
want
the
to I want to
sorry.
switch roles. Sorry, Raphael. Sorry, I want to switch roles and give Ika and Jose a chance as well. But just quickly, before we do that, you've got a little bit of feedback in the chat window, just to show you another way to structure some of the questions you asked. The last one was, so when you're asking, could you explain us? Remember, explain is just like the word say. It's not like the word tell. Say something, tell someone. So it's like say something. So not could you explain us, but could you explain? If you want to say tell, it's got to be tell us. If you want to use, I'm sorry, if you want to use us, it's got to be could you tell us? Could you tell us a bit about? But if you don't use us, you would just say, could you explain about your job? Could you explain what you do? Okay, so with explain, you don't need the pronoun. In fact, you can't say the
It's not
pronoun.
reflexive.
It's not reflexive, and you just don't need any pronoun at all. Okay, could you explain something? Also, when you want to ask, oh, are you talking about, that's okay. You can also just say, oh, do you mean? Do you mean? Oh, do you mean that you let them do the work independently? Do you mean? Okay? And finally, could you tell me anything about what you are right now doing? The problem there is the word order. Right now goes at the end. So I would say it like this. Could you tell me, not anything, but something? Could you tell me something about what you're doing right now? Because it's a positive sentence, so it's got to be some. If it was a question, it could be any. Or a negative, it could be any. But it's a positive sentence, affirmative sentence, so we have to say something. oh, could you tell me something about what you're doing right now? So keep that in mind. And I had something for you, Roberto, and I forgot what it was. Oh, I know what it was, Roberto. I leave people to. You can have this expression, Roberto. Well, I leave people to do things on their own. On their own. Right? You don't get involved unless it's necessary. You have a, we say, hands-off approach. You with me, Roberto? Look at the chat window. Do you see those notes?
Yes, I see. Yeah, I see.
So you're the kind of boss that is hands-off. You don't get involved because you want people to feel empowered. You want them to do it on their own. You're a hands-off kind of boss, right?
Okay.
Okay, very good. Roberto, you're going to get a second chance because we need 3 people. So Roberto, you, Jose, and Aika are at a little social event. Okay? But you're going to change roles. So Roberto, this time you are going to be a marketing director for the company. Okay, Roberto?
Okay.
You're student A. You're going to introduce yourself to, let's see, you're going to introduce yourself to Aika, who is student B. Aika, you are a financial controller at a different company. You deal with money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. And then Aika, you're gonna introduce Jose to Roberto because maybe something could happen there, youthful. There could be a good business connection. Roberto, you are a sales rep for a major company. Not Roberto, I'm sorry, Jose. You are a sales rep for a major company. Okay, Jose?
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So Roberto, you are going to introduce yourself to Aika right now. Are you ready?
Yes, I think.
Okay. I'm going to put the key expressions back on the screen for you. Remember, you can cheat by going to page 10. I deal with, I'm in charge of. And you've got the same here, saying what you do. You've also got introducing yourself, introducing other people, exchanging greetings. Okay, good. Take it away, Roberto.
Hello, my name is Roberto. I am marketing director, and I think it's not that easy.
Well, give her a chance to respond, Roberto. Introduce yourself first.
Okay.
New rule. You can only say one thing at a time. Introduce yourself, Roberto.
Hi, Roberta. My name is Alana. I'm financial controller.
Financial controller is right. That's right.
And
And now you got to bring him into the conversation, Aika. Bring him in. So you introduce yourself, and then you got to turn the conversation over to him. What would you ask him?
let me introduce you to.
Wait. Oh, wait. You don't know him yet. Wait. 1 second. Hold on. Let's do it like this. Roberto, introduce Aika, greet him and introduce yourself. Ask about what each other's responsibilities are. Then you see a connection. Maybe he should meet Jose. Okay? Just because the conversation will be a little more natural. So, again, take it from the top, Roberto. Quick introduction.
Okay, Aika. What do you do for a living?
Good question.
I'm sorry?
What do you do?
I'm financial controller. And what about you?
I'm marketing director. Well, I think your work is very interesting.
Okay.
Can you explain about the work, please?
Yeah, I deal with budgets and yeah, everything about the money.
And it sounds like you like it. you
I
sound
have
very.
no idea what a finance controller do.
That's all right. Don't worry. So, what's your response, Roberto?
Okay, I think money is very important for life. Okay, I'm marketing director. Okay, I think we have a similar job because.
What a,
Take a look at these key expressions, Roberto. I deal with. I'm in
Okay,
charge
okay.
of.
Yes, I handle with customers
Good.
and with employees, of course.
oh, that sounds really challenging. Can I introduce you to blah, blah, blah? To
Jose.
Jose, he's what is Jose?
Don't worry about that. Just introduce them. And why would you want to introduce them? Give a good excuse. Why should they meet each other?
Because what? Because
Why should-
Jose is standing next to me, and I was talking to him before.
Exactly. So introduce them. How do you introduce them? Aika?
Okay.
I did it
Oh,
already.
you did? Oh, okay.
Let me introduce you to Roberto. He's, but I don't know what he's. I don't remember his job.
Oh, don't apologize. No problem. I'm. I don't remember too. I'm a sales rep in a big company called Nisus, and I'm managing a team.
Oh, I think it's very interesting. And do you travel a lot?
Yes, because we have to sell our shoes around the world, and maybe we need a new marketing department.
Interesting. That's your chance, Roberto. That's your chance. It's your big opportunity, Roberto. Don't lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys. I don't know if you met Raphael. Raphael is a world-famous corporate psychologist, and he's really good at marketing and sales.
Yeah, that's very good. As everybody knows.
Nice to meet you, Rafael.
Nice to meet you too.
This is the the most awkward after conference conversation we've ever had. Tell me two expressions that you could use in the future to talk about responsibility. Blasts. Give me two expressions. Remember to talk about responsibility.
In charge of,
In charge of,
dealing with,
Responsible for.
deal with. Good. And Ika, you said? I thought I heard you say
Oversee,
something.
to
And
handle.
oversee. Good.
Responsible of.
And responsible
Oh,
For.
for.
okay.
Responsible for. Excellent. Tell me one new vocabulary word that you learned today. Did you learn a new vocabulary word? Anything new?
Hand off.
To handle?
No.
Oh, hands off. Hands off.
Hand.
Hands off. Good. Can you use it in a sentence? It's a. Go.
With a sentence with boss, I remember. The way the boss dealt with their employees, I think.
Is a hands-off way, hands-off approach.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, good. Okay, we're going to stop there. It was not bad at all, because the key idea here is that you try to put in these words into practice. Get used to saying them, because you know that a native speaker would use these expressions, and you all achieve that. So it sounded pretty good. Okay, we're going to take this to the next step. Today is Thursday, so on Monday, we're going to be dealing with a practical application of this vocabulary and these key phrases. How to express interest in that conversation. We're going to be doing a little role play after you do some listening and you find some good expressions to express interest. And in the final class before our big simulation, the one we do where we put all of our skills together, we're going to be going over how to talk about what you usually do, talking about how often you do things in your job. There'll also be a reading assignment that I'll give you, which will expand your vocabulary. All that's coming up next week. Okay? I'll be back tomorrow at 9 for Learning Through Pictures and at 10 GMT for our short story class. Great job, everyone. See you soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.